USA, USA, USA. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Here we go, Galaxy. Here we go. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Clayts. This is Clayts FM, and today I've got another player profile for you. I brought you the Uruguayan Manuel Ugarte last time around. Today, we've got an American. He's the American dream, but not that one. It's not Giovanni Reina. It's a different one, but he's still got Americans pretty excited about his prospect. And my word, does he look good on FM21. Quick reminder before we do go and look at the player profile of this American, that we do live stream over on Twitch on a Wednesday, a Friday, and a Sunday. Twitch.tv/ClaytsFM to come and join in with the streams over there. That would be lovely. And also, if you're not already subscribed to this YouTube channel, be lovely if you did subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, turn the bell on for notifications, give this video a like. Let's go and have a look at the player profile of Yunus Musah. So here he is then, Yunus Musah, a 17-year-old wonder kid. I think we can quite safely call him that. Just have a look at his profile. Have a look at those attributes. 17 years old, remember. He has, in this particular save, where I've loaded him up here, where I'm going to try and sign him for Manchester United. He's got 16 determination. For a 17-year-old to have all of these mentals above 10, it really is quite something. And then some pretty decent technicals to it. In fact, in this particular save, he has only got one attribute that is less than 10, and that's his heading. And you know what? At 17, that might even improve as the years go on. Today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to sign him for Manchester United, hopefully, and then we're going to play one season with him. I'll show you how he gets on, and then we'll jump forward 5 years and then 10 years so that you can see how he turns out across his whole career pretty much. And I've got high hopes that he's going to be pretty good. He is a midfielder, and I mean, that is actually the media description, because what type of midfielder? I'm not quite sure yet. His most natural position, according to the game, is on this right-hand side of midfield. I don't know how many teams actually play a right midfielder now. I would probably hesitantly say that for the future, I think he'd make a fantastic box-to-box midfielder. I mean, just looking at this here, I think he would. But again, likewise, he could play out wide. He could play one of those inside forward roles, something like that. He's a bit of a Jude Bellingham, the way that I'm just looking at him here. And yeah, he's just going to be great wherever you choose to play him. But for me, I think box to box. And I think that's where I'm going to encourage him to develop in this particular video. But of course, do what you want to do with him. If you've used him and used him in different roles, let me know down in the comments below, perhaps. But yes, let's try and sign him for Manchester United. All right, so I've managed to sign Yunus Musah here then for Manchester United. I've paid 11.75 million up front, which may rise to 16.75 million. Now, that may seem a lot, especially for a 17-year-old midfielder. However, I'm hoping that the rest of this video proves that this is going to be worth it, because I've got very high hopes for Yunus Musah. It is 11.75 million. Some of that is in additional fees. Some of that is after a few clauses and things. So I think it was 7.75 that was taken out of my budget. I've put him on a wage of £31,000, which again, for a 17-year-old is quite high. However, again, as I said, I'm going to justify that by showing you the rest of this video where I just know he's going to turn out to be a monster that's going to be on way more wages than that. I really do recommend you go and sign this man, Yunus Musah, if it is at all possible. Obviously, because he's at Valencia already, because he's got quite a high value, because he wants a lot of wages, it might be trickier to get him in for lots of teams. But if you are a team that can possibly get him to your club, I think you should absolutely go and do it. Let's go and see how he does after a season playing in the Manchester United team. So here he is, Yunus Musah, after one season in the Manchester United midfield, playing as a box-to-box midfielder. He's played all 38 games here, and he's already now valued at £25 million. Despite only being 18 years old, they've also given him a new contract on £70,000 per week. You can see his attributes are all on the rise. Even his heading has gone up to 9, which is, we mentioned that before, didn't we? But these physicals coming in, his pace is 14 now. I mean, what a player he's going to become in a few years' time. Looking at his stats from the season, after 38 games, he got 5 goals, 9 assists, 5 player of the matches. Remember, he was a 17-year-old at the start of the season, 7.21 average rating. That is pretty good in a Manchester United midfield. I'm impressed. I'm thinking you go and get this guy in. Whether it costs a little bit more than other Wonderkids, I mean, look at that. He's worth it for sure. What we are now going to do though is jump across to a different save file that I have that is 5 years in the future so that we can see how Yunus Musah does in 5 years time. Remember though, it is a different save file. So he hasn't had a solid season at Manchester United in the first year, but it will still be interesting nonetheless to see how he gets on. After that, we'll also jump forward 10 years, which again, it'll be nice to see where he ends up, how he gets on. Let's go and have a look. Here he is then after 5 years, and he's still at Valencia in this save, which I'm a little bit surprised about, but he has played in these 5 years 150 games for them, scoring 22 goals. It looks like they've been using him as a mezzala in the midfield, central midfield though still. There are his stats for the games. In the most recent season, he's played 38 games, scored 5, 10 assists, solid average ratings over 7. I think he can do even better if he was going to be managed by a human manager and not by the AI. But just looking at these attributes, a very solid player. Now valued at 58 million. They've stuck him on a contract worth £140,000 per week. Yikes, that is scary. At 22 years old, he's already got 63 caps for the USA national team as well, scoring 8 goals. I mean, I'm surprised that he's not moved on from Valencia, but he is well and truly a regular in their team at 22 years old. Let's go and see what he's like at 27. Here he is then at 27 years old. He's now got 120 caps for the USA and 28 goals, but he is still at Valencia, and I don't think he's progressed all that much, but I mean, he's still a fantastic player. Looks like they're now maybe using him as an advanced playmaker instead. Look how solid he is. As a midfielder, he has got great attributes there. Let's have a look at how he's got on in terms of statistics. Lots of very solid seasons. This season looks really good in 28-29. 10 goals, 5 assists, 2 player of the matches. A 7.17, definitely got the potential to do very, very well, does Yunus Musah. Still at Valencia though, which may be a slight surprise. He's now on £170,000 per week though. I guess that's why he's staying and doesn't mind staying at Valencia. That's Yunus Musah for you, everybody. I think you should go and sign him because I think if you had a human managing him, he could be so good. Probably one of the best players on the game. I'm going to call it as that. Again, he's only 27 here. Could actually get even better. We've seen lots of what we usually call older players on FM still being very, very good. So maybe even he could improve from this point. But that is where we're going to end today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoy these little player profiles. The next one, I've got something slightly different lined up. Not a Wonderkid. So keep an eye out for that one. And if you do want to make sure you see that video when it goes up, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Turn the bell on. Look at that for a little segue. Also do remember to check out the Twitch streams over on a Wednesday, a Friday and a Sunday on Twitch, and I'll leave you be now. Go and have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Do you need to be smaller? I like it quite big, to be honest.